You are watching Channel Y. Channel Y, a South Asian Canadian channel.
सत श्री अकाल सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਵਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਐਨਡੀਪੀ ਕੈਂਡੀਡੇਟ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਵੈਸਟ ਤੋਂ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਓਪਨਿੰਗ ਤੇ ਆਉਣ ਨੂੰ and I'm so excited to see everyone here and they're supporting me. You know, the one thing that we want to talk about is what has Doug Ford really done for us in Brampton in the past 4 years. I'm a respiratory therapist. I've been working with COVID patients for the last 2 years, and you see that our Brampton hospital is already overcrowded even before the pandemic, and even after the pandemic we still don't have another hospital. So those are the things we want to talk about: affordability housing, lower car insurance, and even we need three full functional hospitals in Brampton. Definitely please come by if you need to come by to our office. We're at 10794 Chinguacousy Road if you have any questions, concerns, or you just want to talk to me about the things that matter in Brampton. Thank you so much. And on June 2nd is election day, so please vote wisely and please educate yourselves on what we need in Brampton. So Brampton deserves better. Thank you.
So मेरा नाम संदीप सिंह है, मैं ब्रैम्पटन नॉर्थ तो NDP कैंਡੀਡੇਟ हाँ। पिछले 4 साल तो लगातार ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਰਾਜ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਆ। 4 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੈਂਡੇਮਿਕ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਫੇਲ ਹੋਈ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਜਵਾਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਕੂਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿੰਡੋਜ਼ ਖੋਲ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਬੈਠਣ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਦੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਲੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ, ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਟੋ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਬਿੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਰਿਜੈਕਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਧੋਖਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ। NDP ਨੇ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਕੁਈਨਸ ਪਾਰਕ 'ਚ ਬੁਲੰਦ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦਾ ਇੱਕੋ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ NDP ਨੂੰ 2 ਜੂਨ ਨੂੰ ਵੋਟ ਕਰੋ ਸੋ ਡੈਟ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਵਾਂ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਆ ਸਕੇ, ਆਟੋ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਨੀਚੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਣ ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਫੋਰਡੇਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਆ ਫਸਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਮ ਬਾਇਰਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਘਰ ਖਰੀਦਣ ਦੇ ਸੁਪਨੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਕਾਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਣ।
Hi, I'm Andrea Barrett and I'm here at Navjit Kaur's campaign launch, which we're really excited to be at. So the plan is to turn all of Ontario orange and specifically Brampton orange. I'm here with my colleagues from Brampton North, Brampton East, West, Brampton Centre. We're here to celebrate, meet with the community to find out what you're looking for, how we can represent you, because we are here for you. As you know, the NDP wants to reduce car insurance. We want to build more hospitals in Brampton. We have over 700,000 people right here in our city of Brampton and only one hospital. We also want to add mental health services underneath OHIP and fix what's happening in our schools. There's a lot of problems going on in our province and we want to do our part to fix it, to make it better for everyone in Brampton and beyond. So we're looking for your support, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of the candidates in Brampton. We'd love to hear from you.
ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਨਮਸਤੇ ਤੇ ਅਸਲਾਮ ਅਲੈਕਮ। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਗੁਰਰਤਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ MPP Brampton East ਤੋਂ, and we're here today at the launch of Navjit Kaur's office and campaign. Navjit Kaur ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਉਮੀਦਵਾਰ ਹੈ Brampton West ਤੋਂ. She's dedicated to Brampton and fighting for better Brampton, and along with the NDP she's going to fight to make sure that we get the investment we need. Brampton ਵਿੱਚ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਫੀ ਸਹੂਲਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ ਦੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਟੋ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਫੇਅਰਨੈਸ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਰੇਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਘਟਾਉਣਾ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਵੀ ਘਟਾਉਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਹਾਊਸਿੰਗ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਹੈ. This is what we're fighting for in the NDP, and this is how we're going to make sure that Brampton is a better community.
Hi, my name is Tess Prendergast and I'm the candidate for the NDP for Dufferin Caledon, and I'm fighting for everyday people. I'm fighting for education. I'm a teacher. I'm fighting for health care. I'm fighting for public long-term care, not-for-profit long-term care and home care. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for affordability, homes you can afford, and I want to protect the environment. Dufferin Caledon, a vote for the NDP is a vote for your future. Vote for me June 2nd. Thanks.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਨਮਸਤੇ, ਨਮਸਕਾਰ ਤੇ ਆਦਾਬ। ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਵਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਦੇ ਲਾਂਚ ਆਫਿਸ ਲਾਂਚ ਤੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਕੱਟ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਮਾਲ ਦੇ ਉਮੀਦਵਾਰ ਹੈ। ਨਵਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ 'ਚ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ, ਹੈਲਥ ਕੇਅਰ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਉਸ ਢਾਂਚਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੰਮ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਮਾਂ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਤੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਕਰਨੀ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪੂਰੀ ਓਨਟਾਰੀਓ NDP ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਇਗਨੋਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੋੜਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਏ ਤੇ NDP ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹੀ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੀ ਮੰਗਾਂ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ 2 ਜੂਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੀਮਤੀ ਵੋਟ NDP ਨੂੰ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਾਮਯਾਬ ਬਣਾਓ, ਸਰਕਾਰ ਬਣਾਓ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਲੋੜਾਂ ਲਈ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਗੇ।
Thank you, Andrea, for those kind words. Again, hello, Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal, and Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. To everyone who has lit up this room and made this day absolutely special, thank you so much. I want to wish everyone a happy Easter, happy Vaisakhi, and Ramadan Mubarak. I feel so fortunate, standing here on the opening day of my campaign office. This wouldn't have been possible without my team, my wonderful volunteers, my friends, families, and everyone who came here to support me. And the people leading the NDP movement, Jagmeet Singh and Andrea Horwath. For those who don't know me, my name is Navjit Kaur. I'm your NDP candidate for Brampton West. I was born and raised in Brampton. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a healthcare professional. And in the last couple of years, I've been working on the front lines of this pandemic as a community respiratory therapist, helping patients breathe. I have to say, the last couple of years have been the most devastating years in my entire career. It was very mentally and physically draining, just not on me, but on my family. Even before COVID-19 hit, Brampton was not ready from the beginning. Brampton Hospital was already overcrowded due to the cuts made by the Conservative and Liberal governments. One thing is clear, Doug Ford left Brampton behind. Just last week, the Deputy Premier was quoted in the House saying that Brampton doesn't need 3 hospitals, and the people of Brampton are happy with their current healthcare system. This simply isn't true. We are in a healthcare crisis. When we can't wait another 4 years of broken promises by Doug Ford. And we all know Andrea and the NDP team are exactly who Brampton needs right now to rebuild, to improve education, to fight for the next generation, and finally give our community the investments in healthcare that we so desperately need. And I'm proud our team here in Brampton has accomplished so much over the past 4 years. We have Sarah Singh, MPP from Brampton Centre, who proposed a cancer centre in Brampton a couple of weeks ago, which just got approved to be built in 2025. So that's a big And then we have Gaurav Singh, MPP from Brampton East, who has been fighting for over year after year for lower auto insurance, and finally the bill has passed second reading. Our MPPs in Brampton have been fighting, have been working hard, and will continue to fight. I ask you to join me in the Ontario NDP so that on June 2nd, on the election day, we bring 3 full functioning hospitals to our city to bring down the insurance rates and bring down housing costs and insurance rates, and to make sure our city is not left behind, to make sure our voices are heard at Queen's Park. And before I invite our special guest up to the stage, he has been an inspiration for many people across Canada and the world. He has touched many hearts and motivated people to stand up for what they believe in. He has inspired young women like me to stand up and be the voice, and that anything is possible. And finally, I'd like to invite my dear friend and the leader of the federal NDP, Jagmeet Singh.
How you feeling? Good, awesome. Yes, I love it. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, namaskar. I got my good Jamaican brothers out here. Wagwan, you good? Dwight in the street, Dwight Collin. There you are. Yes, my brothers. Respect. So we're here because I want to send a clear message. This is your team in Brampton that's going to fight for something really clear. Brampton deserves respect. You deserve respect. You deserve someone who's going to fight for you every single day to make your life better. That's what this team's going to do. This is that team that's going to fight to make sure Brampton is not ignored anymore, is not neglected, and is not taken for granted. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah! All right, yes. So, when you've seen time and time again, over the years, whoever's been in government, whether it's liberals or conservatives, we've seen clearly that Brampton is being ignored. My brother and I, we grew up in Windsor. And Windsor is a city of about 200,000 people. And it has always had at least 2, sometimes as many as 3 hospitals. And a city of 200,000. In Brampton, really we only have 1 full hospital, and it does not provide the care that people need. Like, you probably heard stories. When you go into the hospital, you've got to wait for hours and hours and hours before you get care. That is not how it's supposed to work. And it's not the way it works in other hospitals. It's because Brampton hasn't been getting its fair share. So it's directly because people haven't made Brampton a priority. And it's the governments in power that have done that. I know some of y'all younger folks don't have to worry about this, but auto insurance is ridiculously high. Ask your parents. I see some of them nodding along. It is so high in Brampton. And it literally does not have to be that way. Every time the price for auto insurance goes up, it's because the government says it's okay. The insurance companies literally ask, can we increase your rates? And then the province, whoever's in power, whether it's been the Premier right now, Doug Ford, or before that, Kathleen Wynne and McKinsey, they literally say, yeah, go ahead, increase the rates. And we end up paying the price. It hurts us, it hurts people. And so we need a government that's actually going to put us first, that's going to understand what our kids need, what you all need, and build a brighter future. I'll give you one quick example. We, at the federal level, just signed this agreement. And the agreement was to get more help for people. So we use our power in a minority government, and the first step of that agreement is to make sure kids who don't have dental care are going to get their dental care covered this year. And then next year, kids under 18 are going to get all the care that they need for their teeth. It's going to be covered for free. Seniors, people living with disabilities. All this was done with just 25 of us in Ottawa. Imagine what a government could do. Imagine in Ontario, if you have a new Democratic government that cares about people, that's not in it for the rich buddies like Doug Ford is, but really cares about people. Imagine what we can achieve. That's what we're up against. That's the question. And that's why electing Navjit Kaur and electing all these incredible NDP as NPPs is going to mean. We're going to form a government that's going to lift up people. I can tell you one quick story though, a little cute story I think. So that agreement that got signed, we fought hard to make sure we could get this done. We used our power to do it. A little backstory. So we started working on this agreement earlier, a couple months ago, and then it didn't work out. And it got restarted. The conversation got restarted when the Prime Minister called me to congratulate me on the birth of my daughter. And my daughter's name is Anhad, and Anhad means limitless. And it's kind of like when you have a kid, you think about the future I want for her. I want her to live in a world where she can pursue any dream she wants. She's not limited. She's not facing barriers. And the agreements happened because of her birth in a lot of ways, because that's why we started talking again. And normally when you sign an agreement in Canada, it's signed by, or it's named by where it happened. So there's like this agreement you might have read in your civics class, the Beach Lake Accord or the Charlottetown Accord. So amongst us, we call this agreement the Anhad Agreement or the Anhad Accord because it happened because of her. And it's what we want for everyone, right? We want kids to be able to get their teeth looked after. We want to have a society where we're taking care of our environment, where we're taking care of each other, and that's what we're going to do when we form government here. And that's why getting Navjit elected is so important. Make some noise for Navjit, Kaur. And if you got family and other parts of the city, other areas, other ridings, you got to get the rest of these. This is the whole team, eh? Is it? No, it's not. We're missing Sarah Singh, yeah. So this is your Brampton team, and plus Caledon, oh, it's awesome. So we're going to get folks elected in Brampton, in Caledon. We're going to form a government, and we're going to make sure we take care of you. Make sure we take care of your families. Make sure we listen to what you need, and then deliver on it. And starting here in Brampton West with Navjit Kaur, you've heard her story. She's such an incredible representative. Imagine having her in Parliament. Imagine having someone like that who's a mom, who's a healthcare worker, who has seen the realities on the front lines, who's going to care about you. You can see that in the way she greets people, in the way she talks to folks. The reason why she chose healthcare, she's so caring. We can do this. We can win here, and then we can win across the city, and then across the province, and we can start getting to work on the things that people need. Are you with me on this? All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the work you're going to be doing. Make sure you volunteer, you knock doors, you tell your friends, your family, and let's get out and win. Thank you.
You are watching Channel Y. Channel Y, a South Asian Canadian channel.